Yeah, you can hear the terrifying 911 call following this deadly attack on law enforcement. 3 officers killed, 3 others injured. Officials say one of them in critical condition tonight and fighting for his life. 16 WAPT's Ross Adams is live at the hospital while those officers are recovering. Ross, any word on their conditions tonight?
Heavily armed police have been standing guard all day outside Our Lady of the Lake Hospital, where the 2 wounded law enforcement officers are being treated for their wounds. A spokesman tells us one of the officers was listed in critical condition. The other lawman suffered non-life-threatening injuries and was listed in fair condition.
The people united will never be defeated.
A peaceful march through downtown Jackson.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
It's not about me, it's about us. Everybody you see here that's got the same color as me, everybody you see here that's a different color as me, that's standing with me, they understand. Black lives matter too.
I came out here to stand in solidarity with all of those who have lost their lives to injustice, racial discrimination, prejudice, or any type of violence.
I want my children to live in a world where Black lives matter and not just their own.
You will hear my voice.
Dozens of young people came from across the state Friday to take part in what organizers called a Freedom March.
I'm only 19, I don't know exactly what I can do, but, you know, they said they were having a Freedom March and I'm all for it, so, you know, I just want to be a part of whatever's going to help make a change.
I myself is an African-American male, and I feel like it is my responsibility to do something and take action.
Jayshawn Perkins says he put out the word on social media after seeing the videos of police killing black men in Minnesota and Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge is very close. I'm from Macomb, Mississippi, and Baton Rouge is around an hour and 30 minutes away from Macomb. Too close to home, too close. It could have been any one of us.
Protesters marched from Smith Park, past the governor's mansion, and Jackson City Hall.
Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot!
Before stopping at police headquarters.
And to tell them that we're not scared anymore. We're not scared to let them know that we're afraid, because we can't step outside our own houses without someone throwing a stereotype on us. Just because I'm black and I have dreads doesn't mean I'm ignorant.
My great-grandmother was born in 1921, and we're still facing problems that are over 100 years old.
Michelle Obama will speak at the JSU graduation, and even if you aren't going, it can have a big impact on your weekend. 16 WAPT's Ann Parker joins us live now with what you need to know about getting around the city on Saturday. Ann.
All right, Megan and Ryan, this is where the First Lady is going to be speaking on Saturday, and you can see it's literally right across the street from the emergency room here at UMMC and just down the street from St. Dominic's and Baptist. That's why the hospitals are urging people who need to go to the emergency room at any point on Saturday to call 911 for an ambulance and do not try to drive in their own cars.
The parents of high school singer 17-year-old Heather King are filled with raw emotion.
I know I'm on the news, but I want him to burn in hell. She was murdered.
That's Michelle King and her husband. You see, their daughter was shot and killed by her ex-boyfriend, 22-year-old Matthew Wilson. But before he turned the gun on himself, he shot her father.
My daughter rolled the window down. That's when he shot me, and then shot my daughter in the face, and then killed himself. And I was a witness to every bit of it. I've seen all the news reports that are out there. Everything is too sugar-coated.
It's murder. He planned it. He set her up.
Her parents say Wilson texted them and said he wanted his items that he left at their house. After they brought his things, that's when things took a turn for the worse.
When I turned around, my daughter turned her head and she never saw it coming. Not one bit of it.
Dozens of people hugged and consoled each other as they gathered to remember Heather at Fun Times Gateland and Pearl. Her father left the hospital limping just to come and show support to his daughter's friends and family.
There's no words for this whatsoever. It's a senseless act of violence that could have been helped, but wasn't. He was 23 years old. He was living at home with his parents. He had no job. He had problems. He needed help and never got it.
I think that I'm just like everybody else and not different.
8-year-old Ava Clark was born and raised in Mississippi. She was also born with something called albinism.
Just having a different skin color than your family and having gold hair like I do.
People call them, people say, oh, she's albino. Well, she's Black. She's an African American who has albinism.
But there's much more to little Ava than her rare condition.
This is actually a magazine.
Ava started modeling at the age of 3, her photo shoots capturing the hearts of people all over the world with striking poses and stunning eyes. It's easy to understand why the internet exploded when her photos hit. Those images even capturing the attention of some big names like Beyonce. Ava appeared in 2 different parts in Beyonce's visual album, Lemonade.
Okay, so sometimes before I go to sleep, I'm like, I met Beyonce, and I'm still surprised.
From red carpets and music videos to Vogue magazine, Ava makes it clear she has no intentions of slowing down.
I model, and I was in a movie, but I can't tell y'all yet.
What would you say to the little girls who have it and don't feel confident?
Let them know that they're beautiful no matter what, and they should stay that way.
And much like Ava, her mother's message to other children who struggle with being different is clear.
Whether their children have albinism or not, regardless of what their disability is or their insecurity, just to instill confidence, remind them every day that they're beautiful.
The setup work is well underway for the city of Natchez. It has been raising big expectations all year long for the celebration of its tricentennial.
We just want people to come and celebrate with us here in Natchez. We're super excited about Natchez.
The mayor says each day this year, the city has been showcasing a different aspect of the city and its culture.
You know, Natchez is the oldest settlement on the Mississippi River. We have wonderful people here. We have more antebellum structures than any other city.
They bloom up as green as anything there in the courtyard.
The visitors have been rolling in, drawn by the mix of old homes and historical importance. August 3rd, 1716 is when this Natchez community was founded, a French colony actually established here high above the Mississippi River. But of course the Natchez Indians were already here. A lot of history to be learned here. The city is the southern anchor of the Natchez Trace Parkway and a hub of Mississippi River commerce since the 1700s. City leaders hope this 300th birthday celebration will bring even more visitors to see Natchez and all it has to offer.
It's just going to be an great old-fashioned birthday party with cupcakes and ice cream, live music, kids games, kids activities, artists, food vendors. It's a party.
A day-long celebration for a city that marks 300 years high on the bluffs of the Mississippi, August 3rd.
WAPT's Ann Parker is live in Silverino where the storm hit. Ann.
That's right. We are here in Silverino, Mississippi, just off of Highway 18. Wanted to show you guys a look at the damage that we're seeing after a tornado ripped through this part of town this afternoon. What we are looking at right now, this was a hunting equipment store. They sold lots of four-wheelers, deer stands, several hunting pieces of equipment. Now that is obviously all completely destroyed. And then if you look even further than this store, you can see several campers back there where folks actually lived.